Now we're in business. I figured it out. We're in business now. Hi, how are you doing? How are you doing today? I was just saying in the other video that will be scrapped because I figured out I was recording wrong, that long story short, I was in a bad moment and then I watched my own pick a card reading, chose a pile, and got some life. And now I'm here because I want to be able to do this for people. You know, like I would love for my readings to give people life. So this pick a card will be what's going on in this current situation or what's currently going on. It's not love focused, it's not anything focused. I just simply want to know what's going on in my group's current situation, and I'm sure you want to know too, right, if you're clicking on this video. So let's get started. If you chose this white marble, you see it? Oh, there it is. This white marble. I promise it's white. This reading is for you. All right, Spirit, tell me more about pile one's situation. What's going on in their current situation? And let's give them some advice and maybe the outcome as well. So how I like to do my readings, and at least the format that I've started with in this, is is it Linimerd? Yeah, like a Linimerd spread, which is a 4-card spread. Mainly, I do 8, but it's a situation, what it's not, what it is, and the outcome. And I'm just gonna go off these 8 cards and give you as much information as possible. All right, Spirit. I hope I don't get copyrighted. I own no copyrights to the music that is playing unless my songs come up. Just kind of like having something going. As you can see, I'm kind of a vibes girl. What's going on in my one's current situation, Spirit? Oh, we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. I don't want to typecast already, so we're going to see what's actually going on. What is happening? This is so interesting. Okay. Whoa. Oh. All right, group 1, if you chose the marble, this is your reading. All right, so all the cards here that I'm seeing so far are very like lovey-dovey. They're very, this is obviously, well, I won't say, it's obviously a love reading because we have the Lovers and the 2 of Cups that have come out. However, I'm not gonna just keep it to one person. It could be like a passion, it could be like a project or an idea. But with this Lovers at the bottom of the deck and this falling right up under it, this Merkaba, okay, here we go. So this is about, for majority of you in Pot 1, this is about a person. A person who is your divine counterpart, a person who is your complete opposite. This thing, this person balances you in some way. I would like to say for some it's a new connection, but I think that it's very deep and it's very old. It is generational. It is also past lifetimes, even not as human beings. So it is ordained by the fates. It is ordained by Cupid. I mean, this is an ordained connection. This is something that has been happening many lifetimes over and over. And so I guess the energy that is surrounding this reading, which is the Lovers, which is how I use my bottom of the card deck, is one of completion, like one of like this other aspect, or this other person is you, and y'all are one soul, complete. Let's get into it. So for the situation, we have the Prince of Cups and the Hanged Man. And in this particular moment, it's reading to me as, you know, the Prince of Cups in this deck is like a kind of a, he's the romantic, but he's also kind of like a fuck boy. Like he's a fuck boy kind of vibe, you know, like I've always looked at the Prince of Cups and he's kind of spermy. You know, he looks like he's just blowing loads all over the place. It's not as phallic as one would think. However, I see it's very sexual for me. So, yeah. Interesting here that we have that clarified by the Hangman and just the blue boy. I guess the situation, I did hear when I was pulling it out that like someone is so, either there's some suppressed sexual desires that is making you confused about what this person's intentions are, or there's a lot of intensity but no movement. So it's like not cold, but like there's a stalemate here with this person that is kind of making you feel like what you thought it was or what you know it to be is not the case. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. I'm getting that it's only springtime, baby. It's new love. Yeah, this Hanged Man in this particular place as a clarifier makes me feel like, for some reason, all of this energy that's coming forward with this Prince of Cups, this person is not able to reach you. So separation could be keeping you apart, or circumstances, meaning that somebody could be in another relationship or you could be in another relationship. Something about their ability to move forward is thwarted by things being out of balance and out of whack and upside down. However, this person is completely willing to wait the long wait, because what we have here in the situation, for what it's not, is the Two of Cups and the Prince of Wands. And yes, the Two of Cups is like emotional love, and it's in this deck it's usually love, familial love, partnership. Like this is just straight up the romance card. With the Prince of Wands, it's almost like this isn't someone who is all about love, all about like, I want you to know that you're mine and I'm willing to show it and blast it out to everyone right now. I'm also hearing that it's not something that can, like, because you have this Prince of Wands, right? Like juxtaposed, hopefully I'm using that word right, but like in contrast to the Prince of Cups, like yes, this is a lot of energy, but if this were daytime, you wouldn't be able to see that. Like, you know, like with light, reflecting through all of this steam, or you really just wouldn't be able to see how potent that is, as opposed to this Prince of Wands who is blaring in their expression, right? And with the Two of Cups, this is like kind of balancing that. You have those red hues, those pink hues of passion, and those calm blue hues and water of like deep emotions. I just don't think that if the Lovers didn't come out at the bottom of the deck with the Merkaba, I would say, oh, this person is simply like, you know, just sexy and steamy. But truthfully, there's a reason, spiritual reason. There's a deep reason that has no logic why this person can't come forward with all of this energy, but they are still coming forward. They are still moving towards you, and they are carrying so much love for you. And the way that you are used to, or what you're craving, is some sort of like vibrant expression of love. Like maybe if they loved you, or maybe if this thing was for you, it would present itself brightly and quickly enough to make you feel secure and confident. But that's just not the case here. Because what is the case? We have the Sun. Can you see that? Look at that. Such a beautiful Sun card with the Princess of Cups. So balancing it out, I think that what it isn't like if the prince is the other party, right? I'm gonna read the prince as the other party. If the prince is the other party, it's not him, it's not them doing all of the work or bringing it up or making the first move. It's actually you accepting love for what love is, as it is, as it is shining for you, with some healthy separation. She's all about freedom of jealousy and emotional detachment, and so that makes me feel like maybe there's some jealousy involved or some insecurities involved with how your person is presenting themselves. But truthfully, if this is what you want and this is what you need, right? Like if what you're craving is someone who is so forthright about their love, and that's what you need and that's what you feel like balances you, I would say that's what you're supposed to be doing, because this person is actually matching your energy. They're able to maintain this mystery and this intense, steamy, quiet passion because of your either need or requirement for over expression, or simply that's just how y'all balance each other out. Like you're looking for this when what's presented to you is the same, if you were just to be able to get out of the specifics and like step back and just look at everything that's there. Yeah, I wonder, with this Sun card in the what is position, I genuinely feel like this, again, we have the two cherubs here. This is a dual, this is, I don't like to say the twin flame word, the twin flame thing, but I'll just say it, like twin flame. Oh, I don't know, I don't like to say it. But I do think this is like a dualistic partner. Like this is your partner, this is your other half. This is like, whatever this is, be it a person or an idea, a creation, a child, like this is something that aids to your completion. Like of course you're whole in yourself, but we were sent here to join and connect and become one and unified, and this particular person is a humongous part of that unification. I think you might be getting in your own way, Pile 1, by wanting it to look like something and attaching it to, like, let's say you manifested this person, right? Like, let's say you manifested this person, and in your manifestations, you wanted them to bring you 13 roses, a baker's dozen of roses, and put them at your feet and pick you up and throw you on a motorcycle and ride off into the wind. I think you can get that. I think that's obviously within your right to manifest that, and there's no one to tell you that you can't manifest that. This person is doing that in their own way, but will be able to mold into that manifestation the more your energies get out of the way. Like the Sun here versus the Hangman here, there's really not much they can do in their situation but offer all of this energy that they're putting forth. They're driving towards you. They really like you sexually for sure, and they love you. But what I feel like what this person had access to prior to meeting you or prior to getting with you was, like, if their love language is sex, right? And you said you want someone to love you for you, and this particular human being is like only knows how to express love sexually. That's where you met them at. Like that's where you have them. Some people can only express love, romantic love specifically, through words of affirmation. Some people aren't physical touchers. Some people, because of what they've gone through in their life, aren't they're gift givers, or do acts of service. Some people are, you get lucky and they are a wild card, and it's just whatever they feel like that day because they just are love. But this person is doing the best to communicate to you with what they have, how much they love you, Pile 1. And I hope you see that, because the outcome, we have the pause. Where are the lyrics? Suicidal. Oh my God. Okay, pile one. I'm so sorry. Ignore the mess. I wish I could show you this. Look at him. Is he not? Can you see that? I hope you see that. This is Jerry facing the worst fears. Okay. Hanged man. Hanged man. Suicidal. Mold me into what you want me to be. I'm your Play-Doh. What? I have chills. Oh my God. Oh, this person loves you. This person really loves you, Pile One. Oh my God, we're gonna play that again. Please don't copyright me, Jerry. Please, let your label, Gerald Long. Let this stay on here. Listen to this, y'all. Let me turn it up. What did I just? Oh my God, stop. He's in the head. Listen, I don't know, Pile One. Now I'm getting messages that like you might have done some love magic on this person and thought it was gonna go a certain way, but like this person is at your not disposal, but like they're at your beck and call. Like all they can do, they're going through it for you, Pile One. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that just happened. Like, whoo. Yeah, so especially because this person, the album art is them in the same position. Their soul is fighting. Like there are spiritual reasons. There are reasons. Let's say ancestral trauma. There could be a hex on both of you. There could be a witch from 2012, from 212 AD or 212 BC. That said, y'all will never, because of what I went through to make this happen or whatever, any type of curse. This is a lingering curse. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look here, there's a snake keeping his foot on this upside down ankh. And what's in his cup? It's finally it's happening. It might not happen in the speed in which you want it to happen, Pile One, but it's happening. It's happening and your love is unfolding. Your love is coming to you and they're asking you to practice healthy detachment. They're asking you to step out and see the bigger picture. God is magnificent. Life is magnificent and it's never going to just be your human perspective today. Like you are still growing. You are still figuring these things out and just let love enter, please. Please let love enter because the outcome card, we have the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Cups, which is emotional stagnation, really. It's like, I'm going to read it right now. I want love like this, Pile One. Oh, Lord. Y'all. What? Are you for real? That was the song title is Facing the Worst Fears. Like to be with you, they're having to confront some things that they've never confronted before. They're having to confront traumas from the past, sexual traumas specifically. They're confronting financial traumas. They're also confronting their own possessiveness and jealousy and wanting things to go the same way. That's why you're the reflection. And so if you want what you want to see, you have to, y'all are healing each other. So this might be really on some twin flame shit. We have indolence, emotional stagnation. This is the feeling of being overly tired, drained, depleted, exhausted. This is a tendency to overgive and randomly overextend oneself. This is Saturn and Pisces, need for structured discipline, especially in areas where one is emotionally involved. A warning card, not to overextend one's energy to the point of emotional exhaustion. Depletion in the month of Pisces. Or the need to set limits with the Pisces person. I don't know if they're Pisces, okay? When a person is drawn towards this card, there's an indication that the individual may be emotionally tired, drained, depleted, or overextended. There's a need for some structure or discipline to help the individual set some limits on this overextension. That's what he was just saying with the, so with that, move me into what you want me to be. I'm your Play-Doh. Oh my gosh. Adjustment archetype can be drawn upon to aid in regarding balance during the next 8 weeks. Okay. So do I think that that's your outcome? No, I think that's your advice. I think your outcome is truly this Ace of Swords. Like, you're going to have to gain some clarity about it. Like, you're going to, like, I'm not trying to tell you to get out of the la-la and the rigmarole of the dramatics of the situation, or getting caught up in the drunkenness of love, and maybe making decisions from an emotional place. There's a need to decide to allow spirit to be spiritual, to allow spiritual things to be spiritual, to understand that everything is simply nuanced. There has to be a decision. You cannot walk on both sides anymore, Pile 1. You cannot teeter-totter with people's lives and people's emotions anymore. And including your own, like, you just can't do it. The decision has to be clear. You need to wear your crown. You need to decide to stand amongst the heavens and just be all that you've manifested for yourself, this divine love, this divine counterpart, right? And with this Eight of Cups being the advice card, or just also an outcome, like, y'all are both going to fizz out from all of this trying, if you keep trying to put it in a box that is beneath you both. The sun is here in your What It Is card, meaning the sky is not even just the limit. The sun is only a little sun amongst billions of others. Like, this is universal love right here. I don't even like to do love readings, but I like that. I mean, I really said all I could say. I can't give you no more. I want to, but I'm gonna stop it right here, Pile 1. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know if it resonated. Holy heck, that was good to me. Have a great day. All right, still shuffling, still processing what I just experienced. Was it because of my rose water concentrate? Who knows, right? Who knows? I know, Raven. They always like to, they want to be in here, but like, I'm easily distracted at this point in my life. Like, all right. So what's going on? What's really going on right now for Pile 2, Spirit? What's going on in their current situation, Spirit? What's going on in Pile 2? If you chose the key, this key right here, I had it upwards, but it's really just this key right here. I don't even know what this is to. This is your pile. Cave of Forgotten Dreams. Shadow by Ernst Ray Sager. I don't know how you're doing today. I hope you're doing well. I hope this reading finds you well. I'll be chilling with the vibes. Like, this is really me all on and off camera. I really am finally in a season of embracing and not switching up. So please be patient. I'm human. This is the reading. You just get to click on it. You know, have fun with me. And I'm gonna have fun with you. All right. I feel like one more and then we're good. This is some real, cool. This is some real vibes right now. I'm trying to like hope you can feel them through the screen. The vibes is vibing, okay? It's time to light another incense. I'm gonna get into it. I'm like making you wait, Patu. You chose the key, so you already have access to doorways. You know what I mean? You know how to skip through to the meat. You know how to do a lot, Patu. Keys. I just placed another incense on another key. What's up with you and keys? What's going on in Pal2's current situation? I have no idea what we're getting into, Pal2. Huh. Your mother's not giving you money? Huh. Interesting. Okay. We have 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. Just give me a moment to tap in. This is starkly different from the last cards. 6 of Cups, pleasure, Sun in Scorpio. Usually it's like a reminiscing card, a card of the past, a card of someone from the past. In this case, I'm feeling like that no matter what's going on in the situation, what's surrounding you, the energies that are cloaking and like being sent to you from spirit or spirits of pleasure. So I think no matter what's happening, what's going on, is you're being invited to enjoy yourself, invited to enjoy this experience, invited to have some fun, invited to be a little wonky and different, and remember times when you didn't give a damn about anything, but having a good time and having a good time with the people around you and making sure they were having a good time. Yeah, Feelings of Pleasure, Resting in Pleasure by Esperanza Spalding. Rest in Pleasure by Esperanza Spalding might be a good song to listen to. But yeah, this is all about having a pleasurable experience, and not something that's like PC pleasure, like, oh, it was pleasurable, like, oh, it was nice. Like, it's not nice. I'm not asking you to have nice. I'm asking you to have some pleasure. Like when you eat, let me see, because I like certain foods really like give me the sense of like decadent pleasure, like a barbecue baked potato. Now vegan, of course, but a barbecue baked potato, something about, back in the day, something about cheese, something about the oils that went with the potato just all made me feel like, what else? Buttermilk pie. I'm from the South. What else made me feel pleasurable? I'm talking about food. So like, I'm like a concert, like when you have a beer before, like a beer, an IPA or a shot, or not a shot will get you too crazy, but like a beer, something that gets you calm, and then your favorite band comes on right after you've like mellowed into this like buzz. That type of pleasure, like watching like being at a concert, eating your favorite meal, or eating a meal that you just love to eat, like a good meal. Being high in the sun next to some water, like that type of pleasure. Not surface, like nice, like this is pleasure is surrounding you. Moving forward. So what's going on in the situation? We have the 2 of Swords with the Devil, okay? So we have some inner conflict about that pleasure I was just talking about, that addiction, that something, right? Let's get into it. I'm gonna start off reading the book with this pile simply because I want the tea. I want some more tea in the situation. There's some tea that is in here. Watch out for Gollum. Peace of mind. 2 issues, choices, relationships I've already integrated. The mind is now at peace concerning the 2 polarities. It's not coming to me as like you have peace of mind right now, pile 1. I think that what we're trying to do, pile 2, excuse me, what we're trying to do is get you that peace of mind. Because the Joker, Worker, and Stabilizer, okay. The handling life from a place of humor, a desire for more stability and grounding, more ability to work hard and play even harder, be more sensual and sexual. Yeah. All right, I mean, I know what I'm talking about. All right, pal. 2. So the situation here, what's really going on? I think what's going on is you have these two concepts, or these two past, like you have something, you have your current self kind of, let's freaking Google this word, because if I say it one more time, I'm so sick of saying juxtapose, y'all. Give me a juxtaposed. Place and deal with close together for a contrasting effect. Yeah, I guess. Place, can I get Merriam-Webster, please? Because Oxford, place side by side. Yeah. No, but we're not talking about juxtaposition. The state of being so placed. That's why how I'm using it. I'm using it as that. But anyway, you have your current self, and then you have your past self, and they have been going side by side, juxtapose one another like this, but currently they're like this. They're crossing, and they're not necessarily interfering with one another, but they are causing some slight discord. And I would only say, I use the word discord consciously because of this devil card that is clarifying, which means there's some tricky energy involved, some silly energy involved, that means you have been taking life way too seriously. Making sense, right? Because they want you to like have some more fun. You've been taking life a little bit, you've been taking life seriously, pal, too. A little too seriously. Because what is going on, the situation that you're currently experiencing is causing you to rely on some past habits and what's the word? The word is like, it's not just patterns. That's still a habit, but it's like past skills that you've probably put to rest due to putting them in a box of immaturity, or like simply maybe because your prefrontal cortex has developed or is developing. Like there's some past behaviors that you used to display that your current self has decided to cast off because you simply saw them as something that is what youth do. And now you're at a position where you kind of need those skills to move forward. You kind of need that ability to believe in fairies. You kind of need that innocence, that childlike nature, in order to get through this current situation. And I can't really, it's so different for, the energies are coming across differently for certain people. However, because it's not, I'm hearing from spirit, like it's really not about the specific situation. It's kind of about what they're trying to call your attention to, which is for you to get out of your own way and continue to let them stay side by side. I just did not know my finger was that crooked. I play piano wrong, but get right. Let's use this instead. It's not my wonky fingers. You want them like this, not like this, not like this. You want them to move forward. Y'all need to swim like this, you know? Yeah. So that's the situation. There's also some sensuality and sexuality that's been called to you here. Maybe you've been celibate. Maybe you've been like not getting any. Maybe you've been like not having your creative needs tickled, not just sexually, but maybe even artistically. Like maybe you aren't able to create the way that you were trying to create before. Like maybe all of the creations that you made in the past have gotten you to this position where you have a place of power, or you have the job, or you have the deal, or you are like with I'm just throwing out examples here. Like you have what is those things paved the way for you to be here, but you had to cast those things off to even be able to see this opportunity and like know how to accept that, right? Well, now you need to have fun again so you can continue to make those things happen. I think, and I've been guilty of this before, but I've been guilty of this as well. But like, I think the point of growth is not to simply just cast off what needed to fall. When trees fall from leaves, when the leaves fall from trees, They don't just simply, they're not just cast off like, oh yeah, I don't need this leaf anymore, it's dead to me, goodbye. That leaf becomes fertilizer for the ground. And when it rains, it dies. All of that fertilizer, one, it feeds the community that helps the tree, but then it goes right back into the soil. And then over time, it becomes embedded in the roots. Like, it is literally self-sustaining. It is what is the fabric for the next. It tells the ground what is missing, what was missing from this cycle. It tells the ground what needs to happen. And that ground communicates that through the water, through the roots, and that goes back to the tree to help that next set of leaves be ready. And also to communicate with other like-minded trees. So that whole little analogy is to say that in the past, because what we have in the what it's not is the Queen of Discs and the Six of Discs, right? What it's not is you being super strict, regimented, and slow-paced and stern in order to maintain this new level or maintain this new found maturity. You can't cast off immaturity to be mature. That is immature. That's an immature way of thinking. That's actually just quite ignorant. You can't cast it off or throw it away or just despise it simply because and think that makes you mature. No, that's not what happens. So let's move on. In the one it's not, we have Queen of Discs and the Six of Discs, like I just said. That makes me feel like in this situation, you've been approaching it like, I did all the work to get here and I got the money for it, or I got the things for it. I have the thing now. So this is how I need to stay, because to get it, I had to hunker down and save my coin and be responsible. Responsible is the word. And I'm not trying to tell you to kick responsibility to the curb. That's not the case. I think everything that you've done to get here is going to be valuable for you to get to the next place. But you have to use all of it. You can't just use some of it, right? The Six of Discs is, what is that, a moon? A moon in Taurus. This is kind of about being able to be given something or actually, I have no clue. In so many decks, it's different. It's usually about a charity or someone being able to gift you something or helping you in a time of need. And it is a message for some people, whatever the situation is, if you think this is random, but if your parents are for us to help you, we need to see you have a job consistently and maintain this thing for a certain amount of time, and then we'll help you. They're not going to help you. Beautifying the body, physical attainment, accomplishment. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's interesting. This could also be about food. But going back to that one, like that one that your parent, I'm not trying to speak that your parents aren't going to help you, but what I'm trying to say is doing things for the purpose of receiving things doesn't always mean you're going to receive the thing, especially if you've never received it before. That's kind of that's a delusional state of being, and it happens to the best of us. It happens to everybody every day, actually. But if you don't know the inner workings of anything, assuming that you're going to receive something simply because you've done something is a flaw. People plug in their chargers every day, the same charger all the time, and then one day it doesn't work. You're not always going to get that result due to your comfortability with monotony. But when I looked in the book for the Six of Discs, I glanced at the Queen of Discs, and it talked about body goals, and it talked about being the nutritionist and just getting the body you want. In the Six of Discs is all about physical attainment. So maybe with this Devil card kind of entry, you've been super strict, like I said, super strict and responsible. Could be about your diet. It's interesting because I brought up food at the beginning of the reading, so it could be food related for you, part two. So for some of you, but it's about the way you've acquired the success in your body, the success in your life, in your lifestyle. You may be viewing your want or your disappointment with all that you've wanted to achieve. You may be associating that with a past trait or pattern that you've gotten rid of, that you haven't really gotten rid of. But you might be attributing that to your success, but that's not the reason for your success. Placebo is. Like, because you believed it, because you sacrificed it, there it is. You can now let that aspect go because you've gotten there and work into, which is what it is position, what it is. You can work into this like acceptance for everything and enjoying yourself and being happy. I'm not saying cheat day is every day. I'm not saying you need to just go on the other side of the spectrum and just crash out and just like maybe for some gain all the way back or lose all the money again or cut off I'm not saying to like I don't know if you suffer with bipolar, but I'm not saying to just completely like switch and like manically go and do everything that you're not supposed to do. I think Spirit is urging you to simply be happy and have the courage to be happy. Have the courage to be happy with all of your decisions. Have the courage, because we have the 7 of Wands here, Valor, and the 9 of Cups here, happiness. Like they want you to have the courage to indulge. Have the courage to enjoy yourself. Have the courage to not take it so seriously because, yeah, you've attained these things. Yeah, you've worked for them, but this life is temporal. Like, this life is temporary. Like, life is temporal. Life is transient. Life is fleeting. And of course, I'm not saying crash out and go completely to the left, but knowing that this attainment that you have has a time limit. It has a time. It has an end of time, a due date. So, Spirit is saying what the situation is pushing you to be happy, pushing you to have strength through your happiness, pushing you to know your limits, play with those limits, and respect yourself through the process. Pile 2. You are being encouraged and supported in this pleasure. Like, you are being supported. You're not going to crash out and everything's going to go back to bad or worse. Like, that's not happening here. It's you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have access to the things you want to have access to, no matter when or where you show up. I'm a flexitarian. I don't particularly eat red meat anymore. I like fish sometimes, but truthfully, I'm my happiest when I'm vegan, right? The circumstances of my life aren't in alignment with that lifestyle to its fullest, and I'm navigating that. But my point is when I had a crash out recently after a bad breakup, it was a crash out. Now, I'm not trying to say Spirit supported that, but I felt support in the decisions that I was making, so that it was temporary. It was a temporary crash out. It was a temporary overindulgence to get me stable. And it helped and it worked. And I think Spirit is saying you are supported in whatever decision you make. Everybody on your side, everybody on your team would like you to be a little happier. So for the outcome of the situation, you have the 9 of Wands and the Star. You will overcome whatever you're going through. You will overcome this confusion. You will overcome this feeling of not knowing what to do or being afraid to have fun. You will overcome it and you will choose fun. You will choose Spirit. You will choose what you've been guided to do. Yeah, I think you're going to choose yourself. And choosing yourself means choosing all of yourself. Anything that you've liked in the past, being open to liking things in the future, anything that you had, anything that you thought you let go of, choosing yourself means being able to choose all of it. And yeah, with this Star, this Aquarius card, it will be super fruitful. It will open you up to a lot more new ways of thinking and understanding how to navigate this newfound success, right? Like you're not even currently open to the option of everything, right? You've been very strict about having one thing. And that's where this peace of mind or this 2 of Swords or this like inner conflict is coming from, because it was either the one way or other way. And what's happening right now is you're being opened up to a new way of thinking, a new way of being that incorporates it all. And you will succeed, Pile 2. It was kind of all over the place. Maybe a lot like you, but I think it was streamlined. I really hope you enjoyed that reading, pile 2. I enjoyed it. It was very mild. It was very fun. And it got me thinking as well. So let me know if it resonates in the comments. I really enjoyed it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you chose this cowrie shell, excuse me, I love cowrie shells if you can't tell. If you chose this cowrie shell, pile 3, this is your reading. Such a pretty cowrie shell. All right, Spirit, what's going on with pile? What's going on in their pile 3's current situation? Okay, what's going on in pile 3's current situation? Measure. Sorry, pile 3. I saw some of these flash to me when I was shuffling, and I was like, you know, like, when I chose this cowrie shell for your pile, I wasn't really like super deep on it. I think I'm anticipating y'all's reading, so you just give me a second. It's kind of intense. The song's coming to, it's playing, it's leaving now. Excuse me. Woo! It's intense, y'all. This is intense. This is an intense reading. We have at the bottom of the deck 7 of Wands, Valor, Mars, and Leo. I think the energy that's surrounding you right now, pile 3, is encouraging you to be brave out loud. On some plane, it is necessary. In some ways it is necessary. In some situations it is necessary to be brave inside first. But for you, this is only gonna work if you're brave out loud. You have to speak this shit into existence. You have to say your affirmations. You have to speak life unto yourself and to the things that you love. You need to say out loud the truth. Okay? I'll start with there. So for the situation, you have the 5 of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So this is coming across as a huge fight or bad news or like a ginormous conflict that has really shaken the table of your very foundations, right? Like this is, maybe this has uprooted your life. Maybe this information or this newfound, this something happened so fast. Something happened so fast, so quick that has caused you to really look at life like you don't know what the hell is going on. As to why I think the energy surrounding you and what you're being pushed to do is say it out loud, the truth. Fuck whatever the fuck you're experiencing. I don't care if that's delusional. I don't care if that's bad advice. It's the advice that my spirit team is giving you, because this is an earth plane. This is one of infinite amount of planes of existence, okay? Yes, your feelings matter. Yes, your attachments matter. Yes, your families matter. Yes, life is important, and death is not to be scoffed at or affirmed over. However, you are being demanded in some corners of my mind. This energy is demanding that you speak life to yourself and to things that matter for you, for what the outcome that you so desire. You need to remember all of the work that you put in, remember all that you learned thus far, remember how you got here, remember how, remember God is love and the universe is love, and nobody is taking this out on you. Like, nobody is whooping your ass to teach you a lesson. Nobody is doing this because you've done anything wrong. That's not what's happening here. What's happening here is a series of unfortunate events that have caused you to quickly lose sight of yourself. And Spirit is saying, see yourself, get in balance and see yourself. Okay, Pod 3? So yeah, like I said, what we have for the situation, we have the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So we're gonna read these quick little definitions simply because I want to. Because I've shuffled this deck, like, trust me, like, you have the 5, 4, and 6 of Wands. Like, this is recent. This is almost, with this Knight of Swords here, this is like regimented, this is calculated to a degree. Like, whatever type of, you have to see through the bullshit. Come on, Arthur, ancestor. To see through, okay? Hold on, let me see if I can make this page bigger. Sometimes they show the lyrics, and right now they're not. Oh, here they are. See through me, see me, you appear when sins a friend. You appear when sorry sends a friend from my imagination. Anyway, see through this shit, right? We have spiritual frustration, conflict. This is a sense of discord, anxiety, strife concerning a Leo person or with one's creativity. This is Saturn and Leo. Feelings of limitation, restriction, or the need to experience a step-by-step process. When a person is drawn to this card, it's an indication that a deep sense of frustration, conflict, and anxiety is being experienced in relation to one's own creative expression or feeling, or one is feeling restricted in one's creative expression by a Leo person. The individual may look at her life before to see if this pattern was present. There's a deep desire and resolution to release this frustration within the next 5 weeks or 5 months. Yeah. I'm thinking discord, like some sort of thing has caused some discord and uprooting, because in the what it's not is the 4 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So this could be a big L, a loss that you weren't anticipating having, a loss of a home, a loss of a friend, a loss of a love, a loss of a car, a loss of a project. Like, somebody could have just stole your work as their own. Somebody could have really it's like a usurping ass energy with this Knight of Swords, right? Like, let's see what Knight of Swords is talking about. Let's just see. Passionate thinking, mental drive, ambition, determination from a place of emotional reinforcement. This Knight is the air going over water. The 3 birds symbol the body, mind, and spirit. Long sword yang, mastery of passionate thinking, determination to succeed or accomplish a goal. When a person is drawn towards this card, it is an indication that their passionate thoughts are concerning the accomplishment of some goal of the whole being desiring at a deep level. Okay, so there's silver linings in there. I'm happy I read that. There are some silver linings in there because this is simply a setback. This is a minor setback, especially for the what it is and the outcome, right? Like, this is a minor setback. That message at the beginning of the reading is for some, and I hope it resonates for you, because, like, it's not all bad, right? Like, it's not all bad, but there is some usurping energy. There is something that I'm gonna just speak from my heart. Like, it's something that was stolen from you. There was some things that are causing you to feel stolen from, causing you to feel like this is unjust, right? Because we do have adjustment / justice as the outcome, right? Like, there's a sense at the beginning of the reading of injustice. Yeah, with the what is not as a complete victory. A steadfast, a hard win. This is not a win. Like, this was the opposite, right? But for what it is, we have the Knight of Cups and the Star. And right now, what's looking to me, I don't know if it's looking at you, but what's looking at me right now mainly is this horse's blue eyes. This is this is a Pegasus, right? But the horse, the stallion, the Pegasus, this symbol represents, the horse represents sexual creativity, freedom, liberation, freedom of shackles, right? Though he's kind of shackled with his might, but like, it's just all about being wild and free. And that's what I'm focusing at. Like, he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. And these two nights are different. I think what the situation is putting you in the place to reclaim it all. Not only reclaim what was lost, have that and more, plus your justice. And it'll give you that strength. It's shaking you up to give you that strength in the divine again, so that you can remember who you are, which is divine. So you can remember where you are, which is on a divine realm, in a divine realm. Zeus Network, not that you might not even know this, but Zeus Network has nothing to do with the divine type shit. Like that, the things that we give our attention to, the things that are so readily available to distract us, distract us, get us off track, only exists in the divine as what it is, and that's opposition of the divine, evil, right? This right here was a slight setback, a light setback, or something that was, and I don't want to make light of this situation, I can't. I'm being pushed to let you know and urge you that it is understood and felt that this hurt, and this was not anticipated. This kind of came as a surprise. However, where you're going and what the situation will be and is turning into is a position for you to anchor yourself, armor yourself in faith. The Knight of Cups talks about, in this aspect with the star clarifying, I think they're talking about spiritual protection. It's about love of friends and family and doing things for the ones that you love and for that home and for that love and that life. This is, in this case, I feel like this Knight of Cups with this star is all about divine protection. You are divinely protected. You are being pushed and thrown into your spirit family's hands, into the people that are meant to be with you. Your works, your passions, your creations will be received. Period. The outcome card, though, let's read the Knight of Cups actually before I move forward, because I just so I can, you know, get in their Skype sex. What the hell? The optimist, one who is gifted in uplifting, given totally, openly, lovingly. Deep emotional relationships are very important. One who is loyal to family in deep emotional relationships. There's an ability to go beyond one's ego or emotional pride. Period. The winged horse has moved past the peacock, symbol of pride. Then there's an emotional reward of happiness. This is air and water, the ability to blend emotions with intellect, right? When a person is drawn towards this card, there's an indication that issues of loyalty to family and deep relations are of concern. And that ego pride has been mastered or is needing to be dealt with. This is a point. There's at this point the gift of giving totally and openly to others. And I think that you need to give totally and openly to the divine. I think if snakes in your family or snakes in your inner circle have just expressed to you that what you've been given and what you're naturally able to give is no longer being received, you turn that shit inward and outward to God, Goddess, life, universe. I know that the can't even remember their name right now. The Galactic Council needs some fucking help, and just like all of the fucking hoopla that's going on in the sky could use some love and attention. So you can turn that to the divine, you know, turn it to the universe, and it will give it right back to you. So the outcome card is adjustment, justice, balance, Libra. I'm not interested in this song anymore. I don't know why. I'm having to... I gotta make sure these messages are clear, pile 3, because... Woo! Honey. Honey child. Honey boo boo child. Yeah, the mediator, adjuster, arbitrator, the person who judges the balance any time to write, start down to balance the checkbook. I think that's not what's needed. I don't really know what the Three of Swords is about in this deck. And I think there's messages there. Thoughts of sorrow. This card reflects past patterns that one mentally recognizes. It indicates that the individual has not released patterns or events from the past that are currently producing sorrow. It is also a symbol of a triangular relationships. This is shown by the 2 swords at the top being bent by the entry of the 3rd sword. This symbol often reflects that there is something to be resolved between 3 people. This could be like, come on, we got the law above this litigation of 3 coming off this situation where someone has stolen something, maybe property, maybe your car, maybe your child, maybe this is a divorce. Like, it could be a plethora of things, but ultimately, if it's any consolation to you, pile 3, you are the party that has been done wrong. Okay, like you are the party that deserves justice. And though things may be looking grim, though things may be looking wild, you will receive that justice. The central sword can also be an event that bit and pierced the receptive and dynamic sides of a person's nature. This is Saturn in Libra, shows that balance will be gained by a step-by-step process. When a person is drawn towards this card, it's an indication that some past sorrow is affecting his or her current thinking. And past does not have to be distant past. Past is literally, it's 527, past is 525. There is also a desire to release an old pattern which is producing current sorrow. This can be released in the next 3 weeks or to 3 months in a step-by-step balancing process. The Empress can be drawn upon for that process. Now, the only thing that I don't like about, like, every Thoth deck that you get, book that you read, most of them don't do that whole reversal, you're disempowered, let me define the current states of the world and keep you constricted. Like, people look at the 3 of Swords and they think, oh my God, like betrayal, sadness, which is here. But I love this deck because it keeps you empowered. And I think that that's what they're aiming to, keep you empowered by saying nothing can get to you in the ways that they're getting to you unless you open the door. No one can come in to fuck up your house, in most cases, unless there was a door for them to get in. No one can come in to a house that doesn't exist, is the true evolution of the thinking. You know, no one can break in to a formless home. No one can break in. There has to be a point of entry for someone to break in or for someone to come in, you know? And I think, I'm saying that to say that that definition made me feel like, oh, it kind of puts the responsibility on you. No, the situation is unfortunately third party, and like there are multiple factors going into it. However, the way that the situation affects you and for how long and what its impact is able to do and the damage is able to do is up to you. And that's why you have to scream to the rooftops what you know. Affirm it. It's gonna hurt. It's not gonna feel the greatest, but if you're in your current situation right now, if you're watching this reading, please, please, please tell yourself the truth. Do not accept any lies. Do not accept anything that makes you less than or keeps you from having access to your divinity. If you have had some error in an error of judgment, that's all it is. It only becomes an issue if you do not correct your error. It only becomes an issue if you do not learn from it and grow from it, if you do not rectify your mistakes. This has nothing to do with rectification. You feel punished for something else in the past. Whatever that past pain, this was what they were talking, this is what they were trying to say. Whatever in the past that happened that made you feel like what you're accepting is just desserts for what you've done in the past, rectify that immediately, expeditiously, because this has nothing to do. You can't just continue to get walked over, walked on, and stepped on simply because you won't get up. Get the fuck up with love and light to you. Get up, love yourself, and balance your checkbooks, honey, and put your hat on, put them glasses on. You gotta get that dirt off your shoulder, okay? I love you so much. I love you so much. I just want you to know that. I love you. I love you. And I hope that this reading was able to help you and it inspires you, because you are a part of the team. Get out there. Get your get back. If you need to get your lick back, I don't know. Figure it out what's gonna put you on top, but get on top quickly. I love you so much, Pile 3. I really hope this resonated. You going through so much, I'm not gonna bother you with asking you to put in the comments if it did resonate. Just know I love you, and if you made it this far, I really appreciate you hanging out with me for as long as you have. I will talk to you later. Side note, I keep pausing to let myself know when they end, but I don't know if anybody is lingering from Pile 3, but the song that came in towards the end of your reading was Do the Astral Plane. So I'm feeling the urge to tell you that work in your dream realm. Work in your dream realm. Work in your dream realm. Work and do the astral plane. If you can't figure it out how to make it happen, research and look into doing it in the astral, and learn how to create a workspace in a safe space, which is the astral realm. What did I just... Can't nobody break into a formless house. No one can break into a formless house. No one can breach your dreams. Now, spirits, I can't speak on them. However, you have a hefty spiritual team. So you're fine. If anybody can break in, you can also, because it's a formless land, you can fucking put Goliath in that motherfucker. You can put gargoyles. You can arm it with as many protective entities as you see fit. That is the cool thing about magic and the mind and just work in general. Go take this to the astral plane. Go take this to the dream world. Go take this to the land of the formless and make this shit right. Now, Pile 3, you're done. Shit.
Mandatory employment. Alright, last pile is coming up, y'all. Excuse me. My burps. I've been burping. Last pile is I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time. Let's see how we finish in with pile 4, y'all. Having a great time here. Simply can't wait to edit this video and just upload it. I simply cannot wait. I'm having such a phenomenal time. Alright. These are just ginormous cards in my little petite hands. It's so hard. Shuffled enough that way.
All right, if you chose this, I think it's amethyst, but it could be fluorite. But if you chose this crystal, this is your reading, Pile 4. It's kind of cute, right? Okay. You chose this is your reading. How are you doing today, Pile 4? Miss Crystal, how are you feeling? The song playing right now is Cloud Pleaser by Dummy on the album Mandatory Enjoyment. Yeah. Got some vibes vibing. Oh, I already did this. Okay. We're done. Cut it. What is going on, Spirit, for pile 4? What's going on for them right now? What's going on in their current situation, Spirit? What's going on? Talk to me. Talk to me, Spirit. Tell me more. What's going on? Tell me more about pile 4's current situation. What's going on? Hey, hey, pile 4. I'm fucking with it. Ooh. Oh. Am I pink? Am I flustered? Oh. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm tapping into this energy. I'm just feeling it. If I'm indulging, y'all, sorry. Please let me. I have nothing else. Like, let me have fun. This is great. I'm simply intoxicated. Okay. So, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. Right up under that is the 3 of Pentacles, which makes me feel like whatever's working for you, honey, let it work. But this Devil card is talking about, you know, you've been in that. You've been in your bag. I don't need to tell you to have more humor. You're laughing. You're laughing at these fucks. Like, you're laughing. You've got the last laugh. You're the last pile. You're the last pile in the pick a card reading, and you're having the last laugh, right? That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you get to have the last laugh. So just enjoy it. Stay in that position of power. Be the bad guy in whoever's story you need to be the bad guy in. And continue to enjoy yourself. That's the energy that's kind of cloaking and surrounding you right now. It's so potent. It's almost like I'm literally reminded of that scene in what's the name of that? Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. The Devil's Advocate or something like that. Where they're on the subway and like the devil is getting pressed and he's the devil. Like, why does he need to play with mortals? Like, why does he need to play with a child, basically? And like there's this dude, he's trying to rob him, tell him to get out the car, and the devil reads him for filth in his own home native tongue and gives him hella information, so much to spook the guy out. But I think my point is that power that he had, like right there, he was just like, I'm finna wreck this. All I gotta do is give him something that everyone has access to. All I gotta do is like flex the tiniest bit of my power, and I'm finna make this dude shake in his boots. And that's what I'm feeling for you, Pile 4. So continue that. It's working. If you did a ritual, it's working. If you want to do another one, do it. Lord, Stampede Me just came up. I'm sorry, Daedalus. Let's just keep it on. I want something. There's a lot of spiritual songs coming. Pure water from the fire, reflect my spirit. Yeah, whatever working you're doing, especially that last Death Grip song, whatever work you're doing, continue to do it. All right, so in the what it is position, or the situation, not what it is, I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm a little... The situation, we have the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. So we have gain and happiness. Happiness, gain is like simple, but you should really ignore those words. But we have some acquisition, some inheritance coupled with an indulgence of pleasure. And like a ginormous indulgence of pleasure. And like, just to come off that from the devil, like, what else do you want me to say? Like, there's money, there's hoes, there's love, there's douce, there's caviar. Like, there's a vibe of luxury that is manifesting here in this situation for you. And I don't know if you're habit, Paul, for is to be like, it's too good to be true, or like, when is it gonna, like, looking around the corner for something to go wrong. But none of that is happening here. Like, I think that if you just wanted a good affirmation to see if like somebody was gonna tell you like to watch your back, I'm not the person to do that. Like, what has come out for you, Power 4, is justly acquired fun. Just in the eyes of whoever are just, you know? Just in the eyes of whomever you are seeking counsel from, you are doing this the right way. The right way, which is with by your hand and your power. So much has come together, so many experiences, people, and places have pulled together their resources in order to give you this. This situation is truly so that you can have more. This would be a successful ritual. This would be a successful petition. This would be just simply luck. This would be love. This would be just a gift. This is less the gift because you gained it. You did it. You did the work for it. You did the step-by-step things that you needed to do. You made the sacrifices when you needed to make the sacrifices. You wore the cape of no when you needed to wear it so that you could be in this position. And that's what I'm here to affirm for you, Power 4. Yeah, the situation is where you're getting happy, like you're getting what you want. This is like the person that you've always wanted. This is the car that you've like it's very possessive in earth plane, right? Because we have the pentacles or the discs and we have the cups. So this is a feeling of being happy from acquisition, inheriting what is rightfully yours. A person is not rightfully yours, I may add. Don't think I'm that toxic. However, your experience is your own, and if you wanted to experience that, you did the work for it. That's all I'm hearing is work, don't stop, right? For what it's not is we have the Fool and the Knight of Discs. This is not something you didn't stumble into this on this path of like fucking up and just figuring it out when you got there. This is not. It may seem that way, but it's not something you stumbled into. Period. Let me look at these definitions. But this is not something you just stumbled into. We have the Fool, one who walks without fear. Attempting. This isn't an attempt. This okay. You didn't attempt to do this shit. You straight up did it. Okay, attempt. My foot. You didn't try to attempt to manifest. You did it. You manifested it. It's here. The physical doctor healer. When a person is drawn to this card, the indication there is a concern for good health, for the body and good health. There's an interest in healthcare and the ability to lead. Use the sun distance with financial well-being. Like, this is not some safe, like, attempt to get it. Like, you didn't just attempt to. You weren't being. This is not something that happened because you were trying to be cautious. Like, I think that if you were dealing with caution or dealing with being a little bit more analytical and regimented in your process and then it happened, I get you. Don't give that too much credit because this is not something you simply stumbled upon by being a good noodle, i.e. the devil. Like, you did not just stumble upon this by being a fervent worker. Like, oh, I support you, my queen. That's not it. This is something, oh, I love this. This is something you've acquired simply by recognizing your receptivity, recognizing your nurturing energy, recognizing and loving yourself. All you had to do was choose you. All you had to do was choose you when people wanted you to choose them. You chose yourself when people wanted you to choose them or their things because of that energy that you have, this gain that you obviously just got just from choosing yourself a little bit. I'm seeing a situation in which people wanted your energy. It could be a job, it could be a person, it could be anything. Somebody wanted your energy. And you used to give it to them because you give. You're a giver. You're a giver, Power 4. But this time you've been doing this work, right? Of just being like, it's mine. What's my power is my power, and it'll stay my power. And a no out of love goes so far. And this is one of the first no's you were able to give somebody without it negatively affecting you. You weren't riddled with guilt. You weren't a people pleaser. And look at what happens when you're not a people pleaser. Like, look at what happens when you're the people that you please. Because we have in the what it is the Queen of Cups and the Princess of Cups. This is the nurturer, the receptor, the lover with a healthy emotional detachment with no jealousy. Like, you're like, I'm not going to have anything come against me. I just simply, my love for myself protects me and brings me what I need. This is a clitoris. Like, when you look at this coochie. That's a big fat coochie. That's the money maker. And that's the labial majorum and the minorum and all of that stuff. Like, she's in the divine. She's the closest thing to the divine in the entire deck, because she's sitting there in her cooch. Like, we don't get through this world without entering the portals of Newt. We don't get going through the waters of Newt. Okay, we don't come into this world without getting placed into the waters of the womb and coming out the waters of the womb. There's only one true doorway that man has access to, and it is through a woman, okay? Therefore, you are safe. You're safe in your femininity. You were able to receive all of this and have fun and love yourself through the process and separate love. I don't think that this is not an absence of love for the other party or the other thing. This is simply letting yourself be the focus. You're letting yourself and letting your love for yourself take precedence over anything else has gotten you this ginormous gain of happiness. It might not even be physical. It could just simply be the feeling of being like, wow, that was nice. That's what you fall into that. Fall into that and see where it takes you. See how far it takes you. Overindulge in it. I would add. Don't lose sight. You still love everyone. You still love yourself, but don't lose sight of what it is you're doing. But I'm saying it's working, and it works, and let it work for you. This is such a quick reading. I'm like, what can I even say to someone who has it all, you know? Outcome. We have the Death card and the Prince of Wands. Let's read the Prince of Wands. He's come out a couple times to play today. And also, just want to add, I've been doing this for 10 years. I know these cards. I know their definitions. I like reading them because, hello, it makes you feel good. Spiritual creativity. The Prince has the ability to see creative power to do something with it. The Lion has free reins. The creativity is neither restricted nor restrained. There's total movement forward. The green eyes of Leo and the underside of the Chariot are also creative power. The Prince is determined to bring his creativity to earth, this earth and fire. There is a contained and being focused. There is more heat that way and more intense passion. The Prince has the ability to see how the inner creativity can be manifested into the world. Holy fucking shit, power 4. He has a deep love for creativity, all this, and the self-knowledge and the realization necessary to succeed at his own task. Never again. When a person is drawn towards this card, it is an indication that there's a deep spiritual passion to release one's creativity. Oh my God, interference, right? Like, what was that? So as your outcome for this situation that you're in, we have the Death card and the Prince of Wands. I think you are about to, whatever that pattern was that kept you out of your power before is dying and dead and being released. And you are, I would say, stepping into, but it's a lunge, power 4. You're lunging into this creative passion. Like, if it were step, you would be the queen. You would be in it. Or the princess, maybe. She is stepping into her power. She was accepting her power in a way. This, you zoom, you're skirting off into the distance. Fuck anybody else in the past. You're skirting off to this new life. This is all new. You have completely transformed your manifestation techniques, your ways of healing yourself, your ways of loving yourself and the people around you. You have perfected you have crafted and perfected this method that simply works for you. I'm also seeing a little note, a little nod to the Prince of Cups from earlier in the reading that I did. This Death card has the same helmet, or like the ghost of the same helmet as the Prince of Cups, which is in this particular situation is making me feel like sexual. There's a sexual thing that's happening here with this death card. If you even look at it, I mean, truthfully, like, though he's letting them out, but where is he letting them out from? This is sexual in nature. This is creative. This is like seed spreading. This is very hot. This is, I mean, I'm gonna show it at the risk of getting in trouble, but this is the devil. So, I don't know, Power Forward. It's a lot of fucking, a lot of fun. Have fun. Don't think that if it is something that you should be weary about, I don't have the expertise to make you worry because you're empowered. You're the one with the power. You're the one who decides what bothers you and what doesn't. So I'm here to tell you, have fun. Get the praise that you're gonna get the fame that you're gonna have the fun that you're gonna have. I mean, you literally are about to have so much fun and so much lit ass experiences. If not already, the outcome is completely transforming the way you see yourself, the way the world sees you, to the degree in which you choose. Power 4, that is my reading for you. The way the world sees you, to the degree in which you choose. Power 4, that is my reading for you. Love you so much.